Welcome to the Opinionated Aussies.
Adrian's a wanker.
God.
I've got to get something out of. I've got to get another chair.
No, I'll just grab it, Trent. Hello,
Go grab your
everyone.
chair, you fucking.
Welcome back to the
great
podcast. Tonight is a very special episode. Not only is it the Halloween episode, because we have Trent back with us. We
Hello.
have Devan with us.
Up?
And instead of Jordan, Aden's actually travelled all the way from Brisbane to be here. So,
Fucking oath.
I mean, he didn't travel here just for the podcast, but we'll go with that because why the fuck not?
The good thing is, guys, we've had a few blokes in us tonight, so we're over the moon. We're happy to be here.
You really have to start with that.
Do we have to?
Trent tried a bloke, but he didn't enjoy it. So
For those of you thinking, bloke in a bar beer.
shout out to Denon Kemp, the champion.
Yeah, so with the four of us here, we've got basically just going to do the spooky episode of the year because, you know, it's obligatory, isn't it?
Yeah, we got some spooky beers to get into us later too. Once we're sick of sinking a few blokes, we'll go and have some fucking ghost ship beers.
Why did you fist pump, Dev?
Because that's got to be fun.
We should have recorded this episode, but it's all good.
I don't have a webcam anymore.
Fuck, I do. We should have fucking got her out.
She'll be alright. Anyway, so this is also recorded the weekend before I go for my surgeries. So I'm looking forward to when this is up and live and I'm not dead. Why is everyone silent for that? Anyway, now let's get into it. Halloween. I guess we'll just go, because we're kind of sitting in like a half a circle. We'll start down the other end with Goldilocks down there. What makes you think of Halloween? What does Halloween make you think of? Either or. Answer all.
Fuck, I don't know. Trick or treat.
Well,
Well, I don't know. I don't give a fuck about Halloween, to be honest. It's alright.
Well, I mean, okay, horror.
Boo.
The paranormal.
Boo.
Boo. Hey, you suck.
Listen, look, Halloween's on the best month of the year because it's my birthday month, so I can't fucking complain too much about the fucking thing.
No.
Although I don't like me fucking birthday, but I don't mind a bit of Halloween.
We're not going to get into why you don't like your birthday.
I don't fucking...
But saying that Halloween is quite popular in Ireland and Celtic.
It actually,
Very much is, yeah.
It actually started in Ireland. Yeah, it used to be the parents would dress the kids up to try and scare the spirits and the demons away.
Yeah.
And I might sound like I'm taking the piss, but that's legit. You can Google that shit.
Now, my only thing is, they're children. Wouldn't that scare away anything anyway? No one wants that type of commitment.
You know what? All I wanted was a thing of hot chips, and Trent couldn't deliver. So.
Well, I guess...
I've got some chocolate mousse in the bag. Would you
Fuck
like?
what? Mate,
Trent, are you like a walking fucking servo or something? You got food all the time you come out here.
Oh well, I'm afraid of. Yeah.
You're afraid of getting hungry? Yeah, we all are. Not to your level. I guess... Yeah, I guess you two have done your thing. What do you think, Devan, of Halloween?
I haven't said my say.
Yeah,
You were talking with him. Oh, Trent.
I don't know. Trent's not with it. He's had too many blokes.
Yeah, the one shandy.
Oh look. Look, Halloween. Look, we weren't really big on Halloween at our family. You know, I don't know. We're into other things, so it wasn't really big. But you know, I appreciate the fun. And banter about it. When is Halloween? Like
31st of October.
Oh,
How do you...
Same day.
like I said, I don't really take it seriously.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Well, you never had kids walking up to your door going trick or treat when they live in Australia.
I think they did, but we didn't have anything. Yeah.
Okay.
They gave him fruit. They're that fucking family.
Yeah, true.
What about you, Devan? Get to you.
I mean, as still an adolescent, pretty much.
He's had a bloke in him now.
I had a bloke.
He's old enough.
Yeah. As the representative, I will say that it's just fun, I guess. We don't really...
Wait.
Representative for the youth, you old bastard.
Devan, you're not even part of the youngest generation on the planet right now.
Neither are you. You're far from
We're
it.
far from it.
Trent's fucking 30.
Yeah, I know.
God.
But I still feel about 27, 28.
Specifically 27,
That's a
28.
bit of
Is
an
that the
age.
golden years for blokes, is it?
Yeah, no, I
I think
still feel that
2022 is
age.
a golden year for blokes, Adrian.
Oh
Yeah,
my
for blokes.
But, look, with Trent saying that he feels 27, I feel about 42, so
Yeah, but you poor cunt have worked your fucking ass off.
these last few months, fucking oath.
You're on a well-deserved fucking holiday.
Oh, yeah. I slept most
So,
of the
yeah,
day.
you're the representative of your generation.
Yeah.
First of all, one, no, you're not. Second, no.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you are the one out of all of us that has most recently gone trick-or-treating in their life.
yeah.
And that was after you threw a fucking party.
Yeah.
Right where we're fucking holding the podcast.
Devo, setting a fucking party.
I'm the main one to do that. Do you not tell him about this shit?
I didn't tell Aiden. I told
Fuck,
Jordan.
Adrian, we don't fucking talk unless we want something.
Yeah, both
It's
of
good
us.
though. No, it's not bad though, because, we keep our fucking mouth shut and then we talk on the podcast, we've got more to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
also,
guess-
Here we
That
too much
fucking
of
thing moved too, but let's keep going. Speaking of fucking spooky,
Here we go. History.com. Halloween is a holiday celebrated each year on October 31st. The tradition originated with the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, when people would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off ghosts.
Yep.
History.com.
very close. You
What
said
drop?
that the parents got the children to do it to
Now
walk.
just anyone
well,
does.
it did say anyone. It said the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was specifically anyone. Yeah.
So, but alright. So when it comes to Halloween itself, fellas, where everyone immediately thinks, horror movie night, or
I think candy. I'm hungry.
Sweet candy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Evan, you're always hungry. You're a bottomless pit in a skinny man body, and it's not fair. But people
So,
normally
do we
associate.
have any candy?
Fuck's
I
sake.
don't think so. No, I ate it all.
Anyway, so people usually associate Halloween this day and age with horror or the paranormal, correct? Usually, when you hear paranormal, people think, "Oh, ghosts," but there's a lot more to it in this
There's
day
a-
and age.
Yeah.
Like, there's the witches' hour, always brought up,
Which
which me and Aiden used to be like, "Ooh, let's head out and find something."
the
Then
the mocking of Holy Trinity as well.
the mocking of Holy Trinity at the 3 scratches,
3 scratches,
4
3
knocks.
knocks.
3 knocks. Yep.
That wasn't us, by the way. Fuck, I don't know what's going on.
Aiden,
How old is Halloween? 2,000 years old.
So ever since the year of 22. Wow, that was back in the Romans.
damn, it's hard. You never imagine hearing something like a tradition is younger than Jesus, but then along comes Halloween, and it's like,
Wow, 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, that was like... Yeah, again, it was by the Celtic, so it makes
Yeah,
sense.
true.
yeah, the Celtics were a bunch of weirdos.
Poor Trent was the only one here alive.
Yeah, I know. I was in Ireland, yes.
The
Up
look,
the mighty Irish.
The look we just got.
yeah, the look on Trent's face was just pure. These cunts. Just straight up. He'll never say that because he's a good.
Well, you're the second oldest, you're the third oldest. And
Well, considering Devon just claimed to be the representative of his generation, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm the oldest, yeah.
oh,
He's the oldest in his grade, I'm pretty sure. But that's not neither
Barely.
here.
Barely.
That's neither here nor there. So, what I usually think of with Halloween, I usually think of the paranormal, horror sometimes. Like, this is the only time of year I'll sit down and watch the Saw movies.
Oh, when are we doing that?
I don't know when we're doing that, but it's the only time I'll watch them, unless a new one comes out in the middle of the year, which is very rare. But other than that, I don't really celebrate Halloween. I mean, I play one horror game.
The only thing I look forward to is the 3-hour fucking Ghost Adventure special.
Are they doing
don't
that
s-
again this year?
Yeah, they'll do it again.
What the hell? Where do I find it?
Nah, mate, it's all on the fucking. They've been bought out by the fucking. What's it called? The Discovery Channel.
Travel Channel?
Nah, it's a Discovery Channel.
I'm pretty sure it was travel.
They
It
were on
was.
the channel.
But then the Discovery Channel bought them out, and now you got to have the fucking subscription to it.
You know how many
But here's
times...
the twist: UK and US are the only countries that can get the subscription.
Ah, so what the fuck are the rest of us supposed to do?
Well,
Nothing.
you can get a VPN, but half the time that doesn't fucking work either.
NordVPN.
Oh fuck, I wish.
And that brings us to
Surfshark
today's
sponsor me.
sponsors. No, we don't have a
We are
sponsor.
not that big to say that.
We're not. Yeah, we don't
One
have.
day.
Yeah, we'll get there one day. But
I mean, wait, how many episodes down?
this will be episode 28 or 9.
Here's something for you, Adrian. Our good guys.
Trent is our
Google
official
man?
statistician. So
Did you know more people are buying costumes for their pets? Americans spent nearly $500 million on costumes for their pets in 2021. More than double what they spent in 2010.
What the fuck?
you probably need to speak up a bit too, Trent, because
Okay.
Yeah, get a bit
you're
closer,
very
mate.
quiet there. And,
Yeah, I think people heard you there.
All
but
right.
What the?
More people.
No, don't say it again.
Yeah.
More people are buying costumes for their pets. They spent $500 million 2021 for Halloween costumes for their pets.
Fucking hell!
Fuck.
The only industry that'd be doing better than that would be the pubs at this time of the year throwing costume parties.
fucking hell.
And that's the light fucking one. 500 million, man. In American oil, that's a slow week.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, so I guess we can get started with We'll skip the Halloween traditions because out of the three of us, I think you and I, Aden, only went trick or treating once.
I think we went once. I think we might have went with you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
went with
Yeah,
him,
young fella.
and
Yeah.
I was dressed as Goku, and I can't remember what you were dressed as.
I think Jordan was. Someone took. I had a Luigi costume.
Yeah, that was
I think
Jordan.
Jordan took the Luigi.
Yeah, Jordan was.
I went as Thor.
Yeah, you went as Thor, Jordan was Luigi, and I was Goku.
What a fucking weird.
Who?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Goku. If I had a Vegeta costume, I'd fucking
Yeah, fucking oath. And you, at the time, I believe, were dressed as
I cannot remember.
Ash Ketchum.
You were too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were walking around with
fucking
Pokeballs in your pocket and everything.
That's right.
And we were like, really? Oh, no.
You were dressed as fucking Goku.
I didn't carry any accessories with me, Ketchum.
I think I did with friends, but I never really. It was mainly when we went to parties. Yeah, I had some Irish people come to our place and they'll doing that sort of stuff. So they're like really into it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Irish people know how to party.
Irish people know how to party and how to celebrate Halloween. You mix those two together and you got a good night.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Along with their accent. That just makes it better.
Yeah, I wish we could actually do it.
But so we'll skip the Halloween tradition shit. We'll go straight to the next one. Our experiences with the genre of horror.
Let's go.
We'll start back over at Aden. What is your experience with horror genre?
When I was younger, I hated the fucking movies. I wouldn't watch them. Fuck, I was terrified of the fucking things.
Fucking
Of all horror movies?
I hated them. I was fucking...
just getting scared in general.
Yeah, I didn't like
Yeah.
it. But now, fuck, you can't... Every weekend I've got to watch another horror movie. I don't like the blood and gore ones, but I fucking love the
ones that-
paranormal or the
the
psychological
psychological
thrillers and
horror.
The
shit.
ones that fuck with your head.
Yeah, man, they're fucking good.
What's
Fucking good.
what's one recently you've seen?
We've been watching that Netflix special. There's the Watcher.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, Watcher, yeah.
Pretty good. It's not bad. It's very psychological. It's no real fucking ghost stuff
heard
or
of that.
anything.
I thought you were going to talk about the Dharma special.
We started that, but I don't know. I'm just not really.
You're not into reenactments of serial
No,
killers?
it's a good story, but yeah, I just nah.
I mean, you wouldn't call it a story. It actually
Yeah.
happened.
It's a weird
But
documentary.
I can say with confidence that the most recent thing I've watched in terms of horror is the Dharma series on Netflix. I watched it all the way to the end. I remember when I wasn't the one watching it. Mum was. So I walked in. I think it was episode 2 or 3 or something, where he kills his first victim.
No.
Wait, what? That took 4 episodes?
Yeah, they.
No, the first episode got me going. Like when did you see the first one?
I've seen all of it.
Yeah, so when the fucking police took the black fella back to the house, I was like, why the fuck are they taking him back there?
Because he had cuffs on, and they couldn't get it off.
Yeah, but
Dharma
leave
had
him
the
in the
keys.
fucking car.
Yeah,
This bloke's tried to fucking kill him.
yeah, I know that.
Like,
Didn't,
fuck.
but that's how it actually happened. I
Oh
think.
no, that's what I mean though. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Another thing, when they fucking take his dad in to tell him, fuck, I would have done it at home. I would have the comfort of your own house, because that's fucking crazy to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Like he's sitting in a fucking what's it called?
Interrogation room.
Yeah, and fuck, he wouldn't know what the fuck was going on.
Well, I don't know if that part's accurate. I do know that.
I hope it's not, because fucking.
I will give credit. That is the most recent horror thing I've watched. It's not the one I'm going to talk about, but I'm just going to throw it in there because, like, it is. Even though it's a reenactment
Fuck,
of.
Trent's out. He's asleep.
No, I'm just listening.
Too much fucking food, the big fella.
Too much blokes in him.
Yeah, you got too many blokes.
Oh, he's had too many blokes in
He's
him.
worn
Get
out.
off it.
Oh, fucking, you've had heaps of blokes on it, mate.
Oh.
I guess to keep Trent awake, I'll save my thing. So, your experience with horror, Trent.
Well, okay.
There we go.
Well, when I was 13 years old.
Oh,
had my
fuck, here we
first
go.
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. I went to some friend's house. It was, I know. So basically, it's like basically a doctor's son sort of thing, and it had like this whole. It was like three other friends, and it had like this like home amphitheater thing. I was like, it's like full on. It's like really cool. I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
And
For like Rocky, and then they put this film on. Like the kid. Yeah, he put it on. Parents. It's like this Japanese horror film, like in Japanese.
Right,
had
to be Ring.
In like they weren't Japanese, but they were from another country. But
Right.
but basically, it was Japanese subtitles, and it was a horror film. It was the most craziest thing I've ever freaking seen to this day. Like I've seen some. Look, I'm not really. Let's be real. This is not my thing. I don't like this sort of. But I watched it, and it was so freaking crazy. It was like screaming.
Are we, well, did it have a lot of blood and guts in it?
Oh yeah, good.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was a bad introduction.
it was like some sort of like teenage spirit girl doing all this crazy.
It was
crazy shit, and
She
they
had
had all
black
these
hair?
like twists and it's like
it was Ring.
and then freaking crazy
Grudge.
and blood and
Grudge,
freaking
Ring, same thing.
strangled to death. All this, like it's just like
You were 13.
But you think, but the thing is, you would go, whoa, how the. You sort of was brought into, the innocent, oh yeah, things will turn out okay, and then fucking crazy, It's just like, that is screwed up. So the Japanese, no, seriously, you're a man into Japanese stuff. I think you've even been to Japan.
I've been to Japan. I've watched Japanese horror
but
movies.
they're really, it is full on intense.
They are full on fuckers over there. I tell you that.
Holy shit.
A Japanese
Yeah.
horror film. In my history, I don't go on my way to watch Japanese horror films for one reason. They are over the top compared to American and any other country. Japanese horror is fucking bonkers because they go way above what you expect. If you're someone who watches horror, you've never seen a Japanese-made horror movie,
You have not watched
one.
horror.
Literally watch the original Grudge.
Like the subtitles.
Yeah,
whole
with the
shit.
subtitles and everything, with all
That's what been what
made
you
in
watched.
Japan. The
Crazy
original
stuff, man.
Yeah, it's
The only thing that the American version of the Grudge film has over the Japanese one, the American one has more blood and gore. The Japanese one fucks with your head more.
Look, I can't articulate it, guys, because it was a while ago. Like I can't articulate every single scene or moment, whatever. But I remember how I felt, and it was like, fuck, this is freaking crazy.
I guess we can move on to the next one.
Yay.
The 17-year-old.
Okay.
Your first introduction to horror.
So,
Well-
if we're technically thinking about first introduction, like, to me, sitting down, watching something, it was all because of you. It was because of fucking Higurashi.
Yeah, anime.
Horror psychological
horror.
anime.
Wow.
I could not watch episode 1.
Wow.
Because I got to it, it's all innocent, right? They build it up as innocent. And then the final scene, you just know it's like, it's gonna go somewhere.
No, you
that I-
watched the first 2 episodes.
Was it the first 2?
Yep, and then
Oh,
the
yeah,
third one
what?
came along and you started getting really freaked out. You couldn't watch it.
Yeah,
And then, like, 5 years later, he came in and he said, I've just finished watching the first season of Higurashi. I'm like, excuse me?
yeah, because I think it's because that first introduction is like, oh shit, horror's fucking scary. And then you just kept taking me along the line of the horror stuff,
Yeah, I'm the
With-
one who brought you into the world of horror.
like, got me into playing DVD, that didn't.
Yeah,
well,
that
but
doesn't
For the
end.
moment, it was good.
Yeah, for the time it was good.
It was just a good mini scare stuff going on.
I introduced you to the Saw series.
Saw series, which is my favorite
When-
horror series.
When me and Jordan were living together in South Street before we moved down to Brisbane, Devon actually came over and we had a Saw 1 to 3 marathon. It was the first time he had ever seen any of them, and he watched all three of them.
Yeah.
And then he's watched, I think you've watched all of them now, haven't you?
No, I have still only watched those 3
There you go.
because I cannot get my hands on the other ones.
Oh, okay.
And
But yeah, no, your first experience with horror was Higurashi When They Cry. There you go, English translation.
yep.
And to describe it for you two, so we all know like cutesy looking designs for anime.
Yeah.
That was its design. But then it turned violent.
Like,
And it fucked with your head because you had no idea who was doing what was going on. And then season 2 happened and it explained it for
so
you.
pretty much how it was structured is that it was 12 episodes. Was it 12 or 16?
The first season was split into 4 or 5 arcs, and they're called question arcs, right? Where you see all the negative shit. Then in season 2, they had the answer arc, which showed you why
What
it was
was going
happening
on.
and who was doing it.
So in the first one, it's pretty linear with how it happened because you're following the main character during that question arc, and you follow him in the answer arc, kind of, because he is the one that snaps in the first arc. The second one, however, was the one that was like, what's going on and shit, because they introduced a whole new character, and you figure out that she's the one that snaps, but you think she's dead in episode 2 of the question arc.
Yeah.
She just vanishes during that one.
To put it in perspective, it's something that you have to watch and you have to actually think. So, in a nutshell, not your thing, because you'd watch something and go, I have to think.
No, I like psychological ones.
Yeah.
You'd probably enjoy it.
Well,
I don't know
no,
if you can
what's
watch. I don't know where you can watch it because it's not on any of the typical anime streaming
big
systems.
You can watch for they remade it pretty much. Like
Sort of. They did.
it was a reboot.
It was a kind of retread.
Fuck, is it old, is it?
It's from the early 2000s.
Oh,
It was
shit.
2003 on.
And then they just brought out another 2 seasons in 2020 and 2021.
Speaking of anime that's apparently getting fucking released, apparently Super's coming back next year.
Yes, I saw that.
Fucking, that's going to be exciting, but we'll save that one for another episode.
Yeah.
I suppose me now.
I mean, I still can talk
yeah,
a
you
bit,
can-
but you can.
Yeah, you keep going if
you
you,
can
want.
keep going if you want to.
So that's the horror aspect, and now I'm going on to the other part of it, the paranormal side.
We're not doing that one yet.
We're not doing.
We're
that
not
one.
doing that one. We'll come back to
We're
that
leaving that one. Thank
Leave
God.
that
we
one
go.
for there.
I could go all on.
Yeah, I
about
know.
it.
Like, I remember one
He
time
is
you had that
shaking.
chat, and you just kept going on like and on and on and on.
So trust me, I found more.
A lot of people my age would probably say the same thing, but technically everyone my age, I don't know about you, Aden or Trent, my first introduction to horror was actually Jurassic Park. The first movie.
Yeah, Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Once again,
Well,
I
I guess.
I never classified that as horror.
Would you
Where the
classify
fuck
that
is
as
that
horror?
horror?
Imagine a kid, right? You're a kid,
I suppose.
and you watch that T-Rex come in, bite that guy in the toilet and swing him around. If you were a kid and you understood what that did to that man,
Yeah, I suppose.
I enjoyed it.
but the one that got me the most was the second one, The Lost World, where
yeah.
the
I
first...
suppose if Jurassic Park comes under that, you'd think, like,
The first two
if
were
not
the
Jurassic
most.
Park, if Jaws comes under horror, then
Yeah, and
Jurassic
the first
Park,
death...
yeah, I get it.
The first death in The Lost World, the second movie of Jurassic Park, is a dude literally being picked up by 2 T-Rexes and then split in half, and they
Yeah, fair,
eat one
fair.
half. And you see it, and if you listen closely, you can actually hear his bones split. It is a fucking brutal... Steven Spielberg is amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah, oh, for sure.
the first two were definitely the like most.
But the very
Scary.
but the very first horror movie that I could not watch was... What was it called? It was... It was another anime one, but it's a bit old. It's not a movie. It's actually a 4-episode OVA
4-episode OVA, huh?
called Corpse Party.
Oh, the corpse. You couldn't finish it?
I couldn't. The first time I ever watched it, I couldn't watch it.
Oh, goddamn.
And it's anime. Usually anime, you can sit through it, right? But when there's stuff involving eyes, I'm out. I'm done.
They had eyes.
They did a lot of stuff with eyes, and that's like, oh, fuck off.
I still, like, remember the first, like, explanation of when you told me about corpse party, how it's, like, the first... Was it one of the first deaths?
The very first death in that series is a girl hanging out in a classroom with two little children ghosts. They get pissed off, they pick her up, and they literally drag her through the hallway, face still in the floor. So her face is getting ripped off by the floorboards. Then they go through the wall, but they're still carrying this person. So what happens when a person's going at full velocity into a wall?
Fucking dead.
She
was mush. Mush.
They moved out quickly.
Yeah, it was that.
That image still stays in my mind because
It was just
it's weird because I go on Steam and all that, and I see Corpse Party, and I'm so sitting there like, I need to buy it, but I'm broke.
Well, but yeah, no.
Here he goes.
Fucking look at all these games.
Corpse Party, there it is.
Here we go.
2021 or up. Yeah, there's 2021.
Game.
Well, since you mentioned,
I've seen this.
Yeah,
since you mentioned
It's
Jurassic
been around
Park,
for years.
That's a game.
yeah. It's like just full.
Trying to see if there's any screenshots.
Fuck, it looks creepy, eh?
Yeah, because it's like you need to remember.
fuck.
It's like
see, I hate this sort of stuff.
abandoned school kind of thing.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Fuck off, Trent reckons.
Yeah,
Like-
nah, there's no
Yeah,
explicit-
they don't show any of the stuff.
but
That's the thing.
si-
You go to the 2021 version. You go to the old version, and they don't show. You see like one of the ghosts. You don't see any of the violence. They leave it for your imagination when you go into it.
But yeah, my horror is something I've been a part of for ages. Devin said it before. Dead by Daylight. I was a big horror fan, so I played that for too many years of my life. I also am a big fan of like other horror things. Like right now, 7 Days to Die is technically a horror game.
It's more of a thriller.
It's more thriller zombie game, but
Thriller zombie.
it falls into
Phasmophobia will be more like it.
yeah, but that goes into supernatural, which we get into later.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a bunch of this horror stuff that is out there. I've actually once read a horror book. Horror on paper is different.
Oh yeah, it's different.
You know how you like psychological horrors?
Yeah.
Pick up
Read
a
a
horror
book.
book.
Bye.
Fucks with your head.
Yeah, no,
Fucks with your
no,
head.
because it's the literature and the words.
Yep.
That are very articulate
Yeah.
and very descriptive.
Because as most people, like, if you're reading something, you picture it, right?
The only fucking books I read are fucking Dragon Ball Super manga.
Yeah. They have horror manga.
But here's one for you. Like since you mentioned Jurassic Park, like I don't know the name of the movie, but I've seen it. You know that movie? How I think it's like out at the islands, like Pacific Islands or something. Sort of. I don't know if one of these
Not
places.
Rogue.
No,
but,
he's still talking about Jurassic Park, I'm
But
pretty sure.
basically, the story
No.
is these people, a couple, went on a boat to go snorkeling out the Pacific Islands, a large group, in a holiday place, and basically, the guy did the count, but
One of them was missing.
no, they didn't do the count properly because they were like in the side, so they didn't count.
So two people got stranded out in the water.
Yeah, but they didn't. But the whole. This is really important. They didn't. They were behind. You know, they weren't there when they were doing the count. But then they come back onto the boat, and then so they had a count, and they spent a bit more time in the ocean. Okay, and then they did the count. Okay, and when they did the count, they got their count, but they stayed extra longer out of the ocean. So and then basically the boat. So they spent more time out in the ocean, and then it was at the end of the time, and then they counted the people, and they said it's time to go because we've got the quota at say 21 people. You know what I mean? You've got your clientele or tourists or whatever. Then they go, and then they're like, shit, they're gone. We're in the middle of the ocean, or you know what I mean? The coral ocean,
it's just
and then basically the movie then has like sharks and. You know what I mean? And you're in the middle of the ocean and you're panicking the shit, and they pretty much just let themselves to the freaking shark, like they're like circling around. Look, obviously you don't know if it's a. Have you seen that movie? Like,
Yes, I have.
It's very real horror.
It's freaking sad.
It's real horror, and it's also depressing because that can and does happen. But people actually dying from it, I don't know about too much. But yeah, that's real life horror. Real life horror is very.
And they found out by going through the hotel.
Yeah, and they were like, "Fuck, we left people out there."
Look, sorry, they offended anyone because that's a true story, but
Yeah, it's fucked. But that type of shit would suck. But I guess now we can move off of the horror. Time for the paranormal.
Oh god, really?
All about the occult, spirits, ghosts, demons, Aden.
Okay, I'm a skeptic.
Aden, yes, Aden's one of them.
I'm a skeptic.
I'm not a demon. Just putting that out there.
No, you're a different kind of devil.
I reckon, Devan, you kick us off, mate.
You can kick us off, yeah.
Yeah.
I am a skeptic. I will
No,
start with that.
I'm a let someone else kick off.
Oh, Trent, you talk. You.
All right, the skeptic can go first.
The skeptic can go first.
Why are you a skeptic?
Why am I a skeptic? I just think maybe I just want to deny maybe the reality of the situation.
You are in the health department. You don't want to sit there and think after a patient's died, oh fuck, they're still here. Especially if it's a patient, you're sitting there like, oh, thank God he's gone. But then it's like, no, that bastard's still here.
Oh look! I guess it's not so much that, but it's just like I don't know. It's just like
You've never seen it.
I've never seen it. I've never experienced it.
See, the thing is with skeptics, a lot of skeptics, their first thing when it comes to the topic of the paranormal, it's the first reason they're a skeptic is I've never seen it, or you can't see it with your eyes.
Have you gone searching for it?
I know. I think that real crazy stuff. I am a skeptic of. All that. I don't know, like. Those crazy stories that you were talking about, all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm a big skeptic of that, but like I do believe in somewhat spirits. I definitely do believe in spirits. I do believe in, like
We do.
like that sort of stuff.
But when it comes to certain things, you're like, nah, not true. Can't be.
When it gets
it
when it
cannot
gets to
be
the
true.
darker stuff, yeah.
I like the real dark stuff. That's
The
not
stuff
real.
I research into, yeah.
Yeah, like that cannot be real.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's okay to be a skeptic because you haven't been convinced, you have never seen it, you've never experienced it.
But I do believe in spirits. I really do. Yeah.
But you're not a believer of the heavy shits.
Yeah.
The heavy shit's the things that we like the most because that's the fun stories.
That's the fun stuff you
I
always hear.
wanted to study demonology.
yeah.
That was,
same.
but fuck, the courses are so expensive. Like you can
Wait, it's an actual thing?
Yes,
oh, fuck yeah.
It's an actual course.
you learn everything, Latin, everything. There's
God damn.
you're not a priest, but
Is
you're
it
basically
like some sort of pseudo?
It's like pseudo
Science?
priesthood in a way.
yeah, to a degree.
Demonology
So
is an
you would
actual
actually pay money to do it.
So the course I found, this was like when we were fucking right into it.
Yeah.
Course I found back in like fucking 2015, 2016.
Before
was
you
like
had money and
25,000
Oh
bucks.
bloody hell!
What the fuck?
25,000 bucks.
Mate, I don't need...
and that's US dollars as well.
And when you got to
Which
pay?
means it'd be more for
About
us.
30.
I do
No,
not
fuck
need
that.
a bloody course
So how much
just
would
to
you
go
pay for a
hunt some
course like that?
ghosts.
Maybe a couple of grand, or
And not fucking 34 Australian dollars. 34,000.
would you pay a couple of grand for a course like
Fuck
that?
yeah, easy.
Okay.
But not 34,000 Australian
That's like a
dollars.
university degree.
Oh, it is. It's
It is.
practically. It's basically a doctorate.
So it is a tertiary
Studying
qualification.
demons
Yeah.
gives you the same level as a doctor.
At an
Oh,
accredited.
I don't know.
I see
Sorry,
the call.
That doesn't mean I'm going to do it.
So you're saying this is
Google it.
a tertiary education at an accredited educational
Yes.
organisation?
I
an
haven't
actual
found
thing.
any in Australia that actually do it.
No, I don't think you would.
And I don't even know if there's any that much in America that do it. But they used to. The one I found was about 25,000, and it was a demonology course. Demonology and something else. I can't remember what it was, but it was like, yeah, it was up there. Proper education. It's crazy.
Well, that's interesting because I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
demonology.
Did you hear that?
What?
While you go, ooh,
No, I couldn't hear shit.
there's nothing here, Trent. Yeah, you can stop that.
Oh, so you're trying to scare us. So when I
He's-
start talking, you're gonna back off?
So do you have more you want to add to that one, Aden? Like demonology? I mean, you have experiences with the paranormal yourself.
Oh, yeah,
I
look.
mean, so have you. So
Yeah, so have I.
yeah,
but
look, we've had some fucking fun times.
fun.
I wish.
There's been times where you've been scared. I remember one time because you own stuff. You own
I do.
equipment. And there was one time we went to
Here we
a
go.
cemetery, and then at one point you saw and I saw.
This was before we got into it all.
Yeah.
So this story,
Oh, really?
Yeah, this story dates back a while.
So this was before the.
This was
Facebook
before I
page.
had.
Oh
Aden
fuck yeah! So we started watching. I don't even think it was Ghost Adventures at the time. It would have been Ghost
It
Hunters
was
or
no,
something.
it was Ghost Adventures because it was seasons 1 and 2 at the time.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. It was a long time ago. So we started watching that, and I thought it was fucking bullshit when I first fucking saw it. Like Jordan and Adrian were like, "Yeah, no, it's fucking good shit. Like we enjoy this," and I was like, "Fuck right, let's have a look." So I watched it and thought, "There's no way this shit can be true." Anyway, I said, "Let's go to the cemetery." Adrian was fucking. Listen, Adrian was all keen. He was like, "Fuck yeah." Jordan was like, "Fuck, I'll drive you there, but I'm not getting out of the car."
You told me this one.
Yeah, Jordan's like, "I ain't getting
Which
out
one
of the
did you go
car." South side.
Oh, the real old one.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
so we went there and
Yeah.
fucking Jordan parked up out the
Where is the
front.
Southside Cemetery?
Yep, me and
That's
Aiden
right.
went.
Adrian and I
That's
went
right,
through.
mate.
We went in.
You would drive past if you go to Rocky. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, you.
Yeah, I just don't remember where it is.
It's up around the range area.
But it's your proper.
Yeah.
But it's your proper old one.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think you can see it from.
It's
just-
actually-
Getting into the real spooky shit.
It's
Let's
actually.
crack.
Oh, let's go!
Oh no! But seriously, sorry to interrupt.
fucking
mate.
tip this out. It's
But
fucking
it's
hot.
actually next to the tropical
finish yours,
capital,
Adrian?
the tourist.
Finished.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So
yeah. Wait, really? You
so,
went there?
So listeners, it's actually next door to the actual
the spire.
the actual tropical Capricorn line on the map. You know.
Oh, yeah, they're 440s.
Yeah, they're fucking giant, Jesus.
But do you know what I mean? Like the,
Yeah.
the tropical
Okay, I
Capricorn.
never say.
Sorry to
that.
interrupt, mate. Yeah.
Fred, you need to have a ghost ship.
We went from blokes to ghost ships. We became.
Oh, is that why you bought this?
we
bloody
went
drink?
from
Yeah.
men to pirates.
So, before we continue on with the story, we got this.
Oh, you're
I've
not
got-
going to plug it
Listen,
in, are you?
well, I'm going
No plugging
to
in.
because it looks fucking sick.
Wait.
So
if
it's
you could see the design
I love
of this,
it.
just
Yeah, it looks-
imagine the most.
All of you that have access to the internet at home, look up the beer, the pale ale ghost shit.
Adnams Soft Southwold
Ghost.
Ghost Ship
You're
Citrus
giving you a
Pale
shout out,
Ale.
eh?
Yeah, mate.
I mean, hey.
I don't think it's fucking English. It's definitely not English.
Oh,
Where?
she smells a bit
I look
weird.
at this fucking. Yeah, that ain't English.
Oh, okay.
Is it alright?
I can't get my nail.
Tangy.
We've got to fucking crack it open and fucking. Oh, here we go.
She's a bit tangy, I'll give you that.
We're not getting a bloke in us at the moment. We're getting a ghost ship.
Getting a ghost, getting
It's gonna,
Casper.
it will take a bit to get used to. It's a bit weird.
Jesus
Ooh,
Christ.
Alright.
I'm not a beer
Fuck,
person.
she's definitely a
but-
bit stronger, that's for sure.
Well, we went from a 1.2 to a 1.6.
Yeah, no, this is definitely not fucking Aussie, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, no, this is... We
Fucking
don't know.
hard.
Speaking of ghosts.
Yeah, anyway, so back to the story.
It's Gaelic. Fuck yeah, it's Irish.
Yeah,
Oh, let's go.
let's go. No wonder why.
There you go, Trent. It's fucking Irish beer.
Yeah, I should have bought my Irish Rugby Union jersey.
I should have bought my Irish Rugby League jersey. But anyway, back to the fucking...
So,
back
yeah.
to the story. So Adrian and I go into the cemetery, seeing as we're rudely interrupted by Trent and Holleran. We go into the cemetery and fucking, I'm going, look, this is fucking a waste of time. Nothing's happening. Adrian's like, look, just give it time. Don't fucking overthink shit. Just give it time. And I was getting frustrated because I'm like, fuck, I told you this is all fucking bullshit. So,
You see, it's people like that that see shit.
it is, no, it is. But, well, I probably wouldn't have if I didn't do what I did next.
Yep.
So what I thought was, you know what, fuck it. if there's something out here, I'm gonna fucking piss it off.
Oh.
So I do not condone this, and I would never do it again because it's absolutely disrespectful
And also terrifying.
And you should never do this. It's disrespecting
The
a dead person. But I jumped on a grave and started fucking dancing, and then on the other side of the grave, I swear to God, no word of a lie, and Adrian, I think, saw this exactly the same thing.
He said he did.
Looked like a fucking woman in a wedding dress. Like it was like a white figure behind the fucking thing. And I'm a grown man. Well, I was younger back then, but I can admit that I bawled my fucking eyes out. We fucking bolted out to the car.
Yeah, because
Jordan the dumb
Jordan
cunt had locked the fucking car, so he's lying back on the seat having a fucking kip, and we're banging on the fucking door, oh, let me in. Adrian's sort of not as fucking panicked as I was. I was freaking the fuck out.
So I'll explain it from my point of view. This was fucking, at the time, you got to remember that I did not originally properly, I saw something, I saw white, I didn't see what he saw, but I saw it at the corner of my eye. What I saw was white at the corner of my eye, and then I just see Aden. And keep in mind, at the time, Aden was big, beef, burly.
And he just ran.
And he never run in his life. I'd never seen the man run before. This man outran me.
Mate, if Usain Bolt was next to me, I would have beat him.
Yeah.
I was fucking terrified.
It was the fastest I'd ever seen him. So, when you see a big, burly, beefy bloke like Aden who never runs...
Start running and crying.
So this is the one that I totally, absolutely refused to... Because I remember a lot of times you were like, "Oh, come on, Trent, join." I just said, "No way, there's no way." There's no way. And you never with this sort of thing. I'll never go on that. Yeah.
No, this one wasn't the first time was sort of I was just getting my feet wet. Like,
and then you went full.
And then we fucking started going all out.
Because...
Is that cunt fucking flying around? What's going on?
No, that's
just a moth.
So what made you do that?
Yeah, so the reason why Aden decided to aggravate was because at the time, he thought it was a good idea. Because if you watch a lot of these a lot of these videos and stuff of ghost hunting, they usually provoke.
Yeah.
And it gets results.
However,
they don't dance on someone's grave.
No,
I was going to say, everyone I've watched do that. They never actively go to a cemetery and dance on a grave. They are actually, for some weird reason, are more okay with being next to a grave because it's okay if I go on a bit.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
If I could just say one thing before you go on, I think you have reflected on it and listeners, and you've recognised, it's probably not the wisest thing to do.
It's not, and not only is it like provoking, what's out there, but it's also very disrespectful to do it to somebody that's passed away. So I was young at the time, and I don't condone that whatsoever. So if you're young and you're listening to the podcast and you think, fuck it, I'm going to dance on a grave, please don't. Yeah. And don't tell the ghost I told you to, because I've already seen one, don't want to see another.
So I'll let you go in a minute, mate. But I just wanted to make that point out that he reflected, he moved on, and that's just fantastic. So well done.
Well, thank you.
I
don't know what the fuck happened, but it happened.
I watch.
You go, man. You got the floor.
I watched 2 different ghost hunting groups. One of them just recently got back into it after a hiatus, and I'm good to see them again. One of them's a total skeptic, one of them's a total believer. Good comedy, seeing one who's trying to constantly kill himself by a demon, and one who's actively running away from the said demon. The other guys is a group, they're a big group. There's at least 4 of them every single time we hunt.
It's not an Aussie one, is it?
Nah, they are everywhere. They were in Ireland, they were in England, they are doing a 30 location US tour at the moment.
Oh, wow.
But the one about Dancing on the Graves, they went to the Conjuring House. Literally a week after they discovered the Conjuring House's cemetery.
Oh, wow.
That it had a cemetery that was left untouched until
fucking they're allowed to go in the Conjuring House, and they must have the same level of respect as Zach Baggins and all that.
Zach Baggins.
Yeah, so they were in there. were told about the cemetery. They went to the cemetery, did the stuff. They got a bit of activity.
Yeah.
The main thing they got was rocks being thrown. Like, I'm not talking about, like, they threw the rocks. Because they're sitting there, and you look... I could have sworn I saw one land as soon as one of them went...
Yeah.
Was that trying to hit me?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the dude who organizes all of it, he's what I call the in-between of skeptic and believer. He's doing this to try to make him believe.
Yeah.
To the point that he is doing all the demonology research. So the dude that's
Probably taking that course.
Yes, yeah.
the dude that owns the Conjuring House, right? He had the Dybbuk box from the Conjuring House. You know what Dybbuk box is?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Zach's got a Dybbuk box.
Yeah, so the Conjuring House Dybbuk box, there was one rule about it. Absolutely do not open it.
He opened it.
They went to Cecil Hotel,
Cecil,
the place where the Night Stalker was for a bit of his time.
Well, Cecil Hotel's also the infamous elevator.
Yep, they
one.
were in the elevator. They played the elevator game. They fucked it up. But, you know, they did that well. They were on top of the roof next to the water towers.
Fuck.
He whips out the Dybbuk box
And opens it.
and opens it.
Fucking hell.
The next morning, one of the guys had his car broken into, but nothing stolen. However, the window wasn't, like, broken. It was peeled.
Wow.
Something peeled the window.
That's like, I don't know if you remember the one where they got Zach access to the Annabelle doll.
Yeah.
Did you see that episode?
So once again, these guys, a part of their US tour, they actually stopped by Warren Museum. During the time when they were meant to do the removal of the doll.
Yeah.
Do you know they do that, right?
So,
What's that sound?
They have
kids.
kids.
Well,
So I just become very paranoid.
He becomes paranoid.
This sort
so
of
when,
stuff.
I don't know, because I don't know if you've watched much Ghost Adventures. Used to be good, it's kind of falling off
I
a bit
watched
now.
the first 3 episodes of season 1, and I will admit it was good. They got activity, but
It wasn't a lot. You need to watch their latest season. Season 2's the Italian island.
Oh, Pavalia Island.
Pavalia
That's
Island.
brilliant. That is
Pavalia.
brilliant. But I will give season 1 the
introduction
You
with
would have
Bobby
saw,
Mackey's.
yeah, that was brilliant. But they also go back and they get a confession about the dude killing Pearl Bryan.
they actually got
They
the
get it
confession.
on tape.
That's Bobby Mackey's, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Bobby
Yeah.
Mackey's.
So the return of, you know, they went there again too. They went 3 times.
Yeah, well, the
3
second one was the
times.
best one.
Yeah, the second time
Because-
was when it was just them. The third time they actually had other people with them.
So
Yeah.
they had not the Ovilus. I can't remember what this one was called. Oh, the Paranormal Puck device. It's called.
Oh.
And it was down, and it reads off in like a robotic sort of voice, and
Okay.
literally, for word, it was like I killed Pearl Bryan, like that, word for word. It was amazing. In my opinion, that's one of the best things
Oh
that
my
anybody's ever captured.
Yeah, so
Why do we do these things
why do we
these
do
sorts of
this?
talks at night time, not daytime?
To be fair, we probably could have done this earlier with just me, Aden, and Devan, but we wanted you to be with us.
Yeah.
Wanted you.
And you worked.
And you worked, and then you went and played basketball this afternoon.
I was going to say...
No. I know legitimately it could have been done. This sort of talk at night
Oh,
time is
it
just
just
freaks me out.
happens.
Because,
It just happens. Also,
let's
it
be honest,
sets the mood.
it's the spookiest
Yeah, I know
time
it
of
does
year.
set the mood.
Yeah. If we're going to go with our favourite Ghost Adventures, I want to throw mine in, and that is I'm going to bring up Pavalia Island again, because that's the one that really made me start watching Ghost Adventures properly. Because at the time, Aiden and Jordan were watching it.
Is that guy? Like, I was actually watching that. You know, that guy. And he's like this guy, and he's like, I don't know. He looks after himself really well. Maybe he's 30s, maybe early 40s. He wears this trench coat or whatever, and he's just like, let's go out and do this. Let's go out and do this. All this really cool stuff, guys, or whatever.
Does he have glasses?
Yeah.
Does he wear a mask when he's on hunts?
I don't know, but he's like, short
I'll get a
haircut, and he's
picture
just
up
like,
of him.
let's go, and he's just like, damn, it's all happening, Yeah, we shouldn't have really done this, you know.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Zach.
Yeah.
Zach Baggins.
That's Zach.
So he wears a trench
He's
coat.
a crazy good. Yeah, he's like full on.
Sometimes.
He can be.
He's a good fella. He seems like a nice, good fella.
He's actually, if you watch him, the earliest Ghost Adventures, and then compared to now, he's kind of calmed down a lot because he's had to.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Here, Devon.
What is that,
Watch.
Adrian?
This is some of the best.
So he's
fucking
actually
footage.
he actually has to wear a mask when he goes out nowadays to these
Because
locations.
he's got respiratory issues.
He's got respiratory issues, and a lot of these places have certain dust particles
Yeah, I was gonna say
that really fuck him up.
Us are walking down this hallway.
This is some of the best footage.
Camera and accounted for. We hear a coin suddenly hit the ground.
What happened?
Do we have to watch that?
I accidentally
Yeah.
closed it. I was trying
Let's
to
not
say
watch that now. We're in the middle of a
Yeah,
podcast.
but
That's all right.
We can
yeah,
watch it after.
But with the
No, I'm not done. I want to talk about Pavilion
well,
oh yeah, talk about
Yeah,
Pavilion.
so at the time, Aiden,
Talk about
You just
Pavilion.
got on a tangent.
Aiden and
like
Jordan,
going on these
at the time, Aiden and Jordan were really into Ghost Adventures. I believe this was around the time that you had about 8-9 seasons on a hard drive.
I had the first 3 seasons on DVD, and then started downloading the newer episodes.
And at the time, I remember, because I hadn't watched any of it at this point. I just really was into Ghosts at this point,
Yeah.
despite it. And then Aiden's like, just watch this. I remember I was watching it. I watched some of season 1. No. And yeah, the first season stuff, aside from like Bobby Mackey's and a couple of other locations they went to, was okay.
Yeah, it was alright, but it wasn't their
But then
best.
season 2 came along, and I believe it was episode 6. They went to Pavalia Island. I remember seeing it at the time. That's it.
Okay.
And I remember
I think
watching.
it's PAVE.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's spelled really weird.
Yeah.
It's
bloody
Italian.
TG.
Bloody Italian.
And I remember watching it, and that was like the first episode that they ever did that freaked me the fuck out. Because once you know the history of Pavalia, and then you watch that episode, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck you.
I was gonna
Especially when they got the camera out on the burial ground.
Oh yeah.
And they just see, what was it?
It's like a fucking.
It was like an orb or
No,
shadow
it was
person.
like through the fucking. They had like the heat sensing camera
they
or
had the
something like
heat
that
sensing.
out, and all you could see was like this blue. It wasn't a heat; it was a temperature sensing thing.
Yeah.
And all you could see was this blue outline, which is a cold
cold
spot,
outline, yeah.
basically.
And it was just
in
in
the
one-
field, and it was like the shape of it was like a human,
oh.
and the movements were like it was walking.
And it was just walking through the field.
Yeah.
That's
Where
weird
all,
because
where all the bodies were burnt.
oh, they were burned.
Because this
Yeah,
was during
yeah.
the time of the Black Plague.
Yeah, correct.
I was
yeah.
gonna say, yeah, that would
There's another one where they go to
the activity would have been a monster.
what's that? Gettysburg.
Oh, they went to Gettysburg.
Yeah, and they put the thing out where like, everybody sees like apparitions of soldiers walking and stuff.
Yeah.
And they got like an apparition. Give me goosebumps thinking about this. They give me there was like an apparition, and it was holding like something long. And it looked like he was holding a fucking gun.
Bayonet, yeah.
It's fucking crazy. It's just
Civil War, wasn't it? They were thinking of?
possibly.
So, there was another one as well.
Yeah, Battle for Gettysburg. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the Civil War.
I don't remember what episode it was. I remember, but there was a camera pointed up a stairwell in one of their things.
Oh.
And they just see what looks like a person like at the very top. Just,
Yeah.
I'm getting goosebumps. And they just
I know that one. I know
looked
that
over
one.
and then went back.
That was because
And that was like,
the other group I watched actually mentioned that, and he the believer actually went all the way up the stairs,
yeah. And
was talking to them to the point where he got back down, and it's like, how did you die? Fell off a chimney?
yeah, but
Okay, and when he was going back down, he's like moving faster. The spirit box clearly got, why are you leaving?
Wow.
And he's just like, why am I leaving? I'm fucking terrified. Like, why?
But no, that one scene from that I can't remember what episode it was too.
I can't either.
I'm pretty sure it was the season they went to Sharon Tate's home. The
Oh,
woman
yeah.
that died from the Manson family.
Another good one's the Halloween special where they go to Ireland.
Oh, that one was
That
fucking
was fucking
brilliant.
yeah, so well done.
But yeah, we've done enough of a tangent. Back to you with your paranormal. We cut you
I
off.
forgot where I was up to.
Yeah,
oh yeah, the when they went to the War Museum,
Yeah.
they did this in 4 different. They split it into 4 episodes because they were there the whole night. They were the only people given permission to do it.
Bloody hell.
So the first episode they did was pretty much like the tour and all that.
Yeah.
Then episodes 2, 3, and 4. Episodes 2 and 3 were investigation. Episode 4 was the removal of the doll and putting it in the next case. Because they do that.
Have I seen that?
I don't know.
I don't know, you're the one that's telling
They're
me.
doing the stuff with the doll ones.
Yeah.
Annabelle, yeah.
Yeah.
Annabelle
I was just
You might have watched that with us where Zach got. So they had
Yeah,
the
I
Annabelle
actually
doll.
watched that, man.
Yeah.
He bought the owner of the
Yeah.
Annabelle doll, which I believe is
The-
Ed and Lorraine's
Yeah.
nephew.
Yes.
No, not the nephew. He's the son-in-law.
Son-in-law, that's
son-in-law.
right. Yes.
Yeah.
He bought it in a briefcase
Yeah.
to him, and he said to Zach, under no circumstances are you to touch that doll.
You don't touch it.
Fucking touched it, didn't he?
Oh.
Then the next day, his car got struck by lightning.
Yes.
He was in a cafe.
That is
and
the-
his
Are
car
you
got struck.
serious?
No, I'm crossed my heart.
People have died from touching that doll.
It is very...
The most famous story is when the Warrens picked up the doll originally. When they were driving, the car almost
So
crashed.
can you talk about the history of this doll?
The Annabelle doll.
So it was owned by a girl who was gifted it by her mother, and she treated it like a person. So the original theory
Yeah.
was that
Yeah, I
you
believe-
treat it, it becomes real.
I
That was
believe the
original.
girl's name was Annabelle.
No, it wasn't. That's what she just named it.
Well, okay.
Her real name was.
Wasn't it
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a Raggedy Ann doll?
It was a
It was a
Raggedy
ragged.
Ann
Go
doll.
on.
It looks nothing like. It was made to look scarier in the movies.
I
Yeah,
know.
Well, please
Yeah.
go on.
I know. I just couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, Raggedy Ann.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, so she had this doll. She was with her roommate and all that, and they like
What year was this?
Oh,
this
fuck.
was like ages ago.
80s, I think.
Raggedy Ann dolls were
80s,
like the big
yeah.
thing. then.
Potentially earlier
Go
on than that.
yeah.
70s, maybe. Even.
So they had the doll and all that. They had friends over, and they occasionally like just randomly the doll would be in a random position. They didn't leave it in. It would be they saw it levitate at some point. And definitely the part that definitely made them tick is when one day they came home and it had red stains on it, but I didn't know what from. They had a friend come over, he slept on the couch, woke up in the middle of the night to the doll crawling up his body and started choking him with little doll hands. That's still my favorite part, but he could, and then he just woke up. He just woke up, the doll's not in the room, but he could have sworn it happened. So they were like preparing to leave. He grabbed the doll and threw it, saying it's just a doll, right? He then got the Holy Trinity mark on his fucking back.
So the background, pretty much what you said is. So it was the first known story was a student nurse was given the doll.
Yep.
Back in 1971.
Aha.
71.
However, it's existed before that, but we don't know.
We don't know its history before
So
that.
they said the doll behaved strangely, and that a psychic medium told the student that the doll was inhabited, and this is where I got the Annabelle from, by a spirit of a deceased girl named Annabelle.
Yeah,
Who's singing it?
that's just that.
That's just that.
Oh,
Yeah, you get real paranoid when you start.
It's just that.
he shit himself.
Trent.
Trent.
He heard the door and he was like, oh!
We're telling ghost stories, and Trent's fucking.
Oh.
Trent heard the door go, and he goes, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, but definitely the Annabelle story is probably the most infamous. Dad, when
Yeah, I've definitely heard that. I think
everyone's at least heard of that one. You've heard of it, right, Dad? At least.
Dad's not part of this. Don't bring him into it.
He's featuring Darren. There we
No,
go. We can get it
don't
on the
worry about
podcast.
Dad.
I mean,
No worries. about
He's just
that.
grabbing his smokes and pissing off.
yeah, but that and
normal people.
yeah, but like
Yeah, we're out here. What are you doing?
Actually gonna do like a mining podcast.
One day, but we don't really need Dad for it now.
yeah, but when you think about like the whole big ghost horror story shit that actually was real, Annabelle and Conjuring were like the top ones people think of
Oh, definitely.
because Conjuring was
There's a
Way
lot
more
of stuff in the Conjuring series that is based on real events, but there's a lot that isn't.
yeah. I was gonna say the ending
My-
to the first Conjuring was actually not how it ended.
No, but most of the stories are based or
Loosely based.
inspired by true
Yeah, I was
events.
gonna say, let's be honest, the Annabelle series, that is.
The Annabelle series itself, the first movie is probably the closest. Other than that,
They did not need sequels.
No, not really.
no.
Yeah,
but
but,
they're still good to watch for a horror fan.
Or well, prequels as well.
Oh, there were prequels?
Well, the creation,
Oh, yeah.
the old dude that was fucking making the dough.
Yeah. I was gonna,
But
Look, I don't think they
Multiple
really needed it, but it was alright.
I mean, if it sells.
Yeah, that's it.
it did too.
And that's what I mean. Like you're gonna get people go, fuck, I watched the original. Might as well go and check this
Yeah.
out. But I personally like. I know it's not based on true stories, but fuck the Insidious movies.
I knew
are
you were going to bring
fantastic.
that up.
Have you seen the Insidious movies?
I've only heard about
Oh,
it in
mate,
passing.
you
I don't
need-
even know what it's about.
You need to watch them. They are. I love jump scares. I love jump scares.
Oh, is
jump
it-
scares.
It's just a bunch of jump scares.
Well, it's there's a lot of paranormal aspects to it too, and shit. There's like astral projection and stuff like that. But they do so well with the jump scares because
They build.
they build them, and it builds it up, and then it just stops,
And then nothing
and then the jump scare happens.
It's like, imagine it, you're just sitting there, you're getting all this tension built
You're
up.
building up. You're on the edge of your seat.
What's that screenshot?
the fuck?
Oh, the screenshot with red face behind the dad.
Oh, of
In the
Insidious.
first movie, yeah. He
Yeah.
just found that screenshot, he's like, what the fuck is that?
Red face? What?
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Basically, the devil. Well,
He's like, he looks like a devil.
he's based off the devil.
Okay, so
I
we
guess.
got basic girl, red face, lady in white.
The lady in white, well, that was Insidious 2.
Yeah.
Chapter 2.
That was kind of.
I was gonna
fucked
say,
up too.
lady in white is definitely a common one as well.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
it's-
in that one, the lady in white's a dude.
Yeah,
And that stopped him dead in his tracks.
yeah. The lady in white's a dude.
Inclusivity.
Inclusivity! LGBTQ is
That's
like,
it.
we are represented in this ghost.
Yeah, but
But the thing is, it's not good.
No, the Insidious movies are very. They do jump scares extremely well.
I was gonna say I just got scared from looking at the red face.
But it's
screenshot,
honestly,
like,
they'll build it up, and then it'll just.
it just looks out of
Yeah.
place.
It
That's the
does,
thing.
yes.
Like you see, like normal here, it looks drawn for some reason. It just looks like they drew it. but-
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of other things out there too that like are sort of based on true stories.
Yeah.
And the one I'm pretty sure that's not is The Exorcist. I'm pretty sure The Exorcist is not based on a true story.
The Exorcist is
Pretty sure it's based on a book.
Exorcist is a book. Yeah. Devil Made Me Do It is definitely
Devil Made Me Do It's fucked.
that's a real case.
Devil made me do it.
Yeah.
The Devil Made Me Do It.
There was a case where
I've seen it. I know I've seen it. but
it's
I
in the
can't-
War Museum as well, because the main cause of the case was the boy of the family from The Devil Made Me Do It.
Jesus
God
Christ!
damn it.
Trent.
Copyright.
I reckon we're not going to be able to put this up.
You joking?
No, copyright. What
Yeah,
are you
we
watching
should be
that
able-
before?
Oh,
Anyway,
Oh, the Conjuring one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Devil Made Me Do It case where
That was a good movie. I really enjoyed that.
that's based on a real case.
Yeah,
The
no,
first
that's-
time satanic possession was used as actually went through court.
But what were we talking about before? The other movie that you don't reckon's based on a true story?
Exorcist.
No, it is because there's the Exorcist house. It's
Oh,
Wait,
that is
really?
based on a true
Yeah.
story. Oh, okay. I thought it was based on a
I've
book.
never seen people go there. Unless it's by a different name.
Exorcist house.
Isn't it torn down now?
age, yeah.
Maybe that's why people
The
don't
real
go.
Exorcist house is in St. Louise.
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah,
Yes.
someone did buy it.
people do buy this.
Zach.
Yeah, oh, that's right. He bought it.
He bought a room from it before it got taken down, and the room's in his museum. So Zach's got a museum of haunted objects.
So he's building his own little mini war museum.
To be fair, this museum, I'm pretty sure he said that it is a very dangerous place to be in.
Oh, it's,
alone.
yeah.
Alone, yeah, same with the war museum.
Yes, but
Zach.
this one, I'm pretty sure the one that Zach's got, he doesn't have just stuff from America.
No, it's all over the world. This
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
he gets from everywhere.
I was gonna say,
He's got legit shrunken heads. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
that's cool.
What was
Zach
one of the?
Bagans'
Because
Haunted Museum.
there was another series they did in Ghost Adventures spin-off.
Yeah, it was. They did story. I can't remember what it was called, but they had Robert the Doll. They had.
Yeah, Robert the Doll.
What the fuck is Robert for?
He's worse
Right.
than Annabelle.
No.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. There's another one. It's a little girl looking doll, and if you even people at home when they were watching the special, they started feeling sick. Peggy the doll.
Yes, I've seen the Peggy one.
Zach has Peggy.
Oh wait, I think I've seen this one.
Yeah, Robert the Doll's kind of fucked up too.
Zach
What the
Baggins.
fuck is he holding?
10 of the creepiest items at Zach Baggins Museum.
Here we go. He's had Annabelle in his museum.
Fuck, this man's got everything.
I'm pretty sure Zach has had Annabelle for a brief spell as well.
Zach has certainly one of the standout items, whether haunted or not, is his Dybbuk box.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't get an image of Peggy unless there's multiple Peggy dolls.
He's got Charles Manson's cremated ashes.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I was gonna say yeah.
Dr. Jack Kevorkian's death van.
Yeah, that's the one I've seen.
Ted Bundy's
That's
glasses. Ed Gein's cauldron.
Ed Gein!
The Devil's rocking chair from The Conjuring. The Devil made me do it. He owns
Oh
that.
my god, really?
Yep. Peggy the doll. Which
I think I might have seen people in that museum then because I remember they had the room for Peggy the doll. They had the rocking chair as well.
it must be Zach's.
It must have been
He's
Zach's.
got Bela Lugosi's mirror, so I don't know.
Yes, they had that as well.
Yeah.
They straight up showed.
Chris Farley's death photograph. Demon House staircase.
The Demon House.
Is it right if I...
Yeah, you could do that.
So yeah, he's got
It's got
fucking.
big legs.
It's just the
Sounds
only
very
thing
weird
that's
on a
big you've got.
podcast.
You're just told. That's all it is. But nah, I can continue doing it. We seem to get because I mentioned Annabelle. It just keeps going on.
Yeah, man, it's just we
But,
go on tangent. Fuckers going for an hour.
It wasn't.
already.
It wasn't even related.
Well, you realise that our episodes now go for 2 hours, eh?
I know that's crazy.
Yeah, but we have a lot to talk about.
True.
We pick topics that we just go forever.
Aden seems to like it short.
Oh, no, it depends.
Like, right now, this is good because I didn't really
Trent's
have-
just sitting here shivering.
Yeah.
You cold, you fucking idiot.
Oh, trust me, it gets
No,
worse.
it's not cold. It's
I guess that...
He needs to go in for a fucking flog.
yes.
But
I
No,
understand.
no. Edit that out.
Never.
we don't edit this shit like
This
that.
shit doesn't get edited, mate.
But,
It takes forever to fucking put together.
It was good hearing, like, when they did it was in episode 2 of their investigation. They're using the Ovulus
Ovilus,
as
yeah.
one of their main ones.
Yep.
And they got a name.
Oh my god.
What are you watching?
I don't know. It just keeps coming up.
His phone's haunted.
Sorry. If we
Fucking hell.
you get a bill, send it to me.
Look, you won't get a bill. It won't go up.
Yeah, but, like, they're doing
Fucking
the
hour and a half,
investigation
mate.
and
What's their name?
they're called Overnight.
Overnight.
Because that's their main thing. They are literally in a location, locked in for a whole night. At least till 4 in the morning. At least.
I'll tell you who's not a bad one. We'll get back to you. It
Yeah.
just like you throw off like things.
It's good. That's the best.
I'm not a big fan of his. I think he's a bit of a dickhead. But Nick, that used to be on Ghost
Nick
Adventures,
Groff.
yeah, he went with the Sheila, and they did one. And what they do is, I think they spend I think it's called 72-hour lockdown.
Oh,
And they
I've seen
spend
that one.
72 hours. It's all right, but it's not.
I mean,
Doesn't have the same energy.
No.
no.
Like, no offense to Nick, he's good in his own right, but I reckon he was better off staying with Ghost Adventures.
I can't
crew.
imagine being in an area for 72 hours. Like,
Devin, you can't imagine leaving the house for 5
I've
minutes.
heard of Nick Groff.
You have not.
I have. I've seen him.
Nick Groff's actually amazing.
yeah, but
Like I said, like, he's an amazing bloke, don't get me wrong, and all credit to him. But I reckon he was best when he was with the Ghost Adventures crew. And after they left, you felt it in the show. You felt his absence really quick.
Here's my question: is there an Australian ghost
Plenty.
in?
There's plenty.
I was gonna say definitely my favorite one that Adrian told me. I always mention this whenever we talk about it. Is the one of the teddy bear you put in the alleyway?
Teddy bear down, what's his name?
Oh,
Like
fuck.
fucking Gangsters Alley in
Yeah.
Rockhampton.
That is still my favorite one because it's like no wind.
No, there's
Teddy
nothing.
bear falls over, and
And it's not
Adrian's
like-
just at the other end of the fucking alleyway.
It's not like it, like, just falls. It's like literally
Yeah,
like,
like-
teeters and then falls.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
As
That's
if someone's
what
just
made-
gone up to it and gone. Like,
Yeah.
that is what made me originally go. Spirits are real because how else
Fuck.
could that happen? That
Wait.
was my introduction.
We got some good shit at the crematorium.
We also got some good shit at Mount Archer.
You told me
Yeah.
about the Mount
We
Archer
heard
shit, the
things
witches.
without. Yeah, we heard
The,
things.
the laugh.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
heard
that-
the laugh, and that made all of us just go, time to
Because
go.
I have talked about it with my mates, and they have literally agreed. I get some form of equipment. They will do it with me.
Be careful though.
Yeah,
I
That's
know.
all I can say. Don't use a Ouija board.
Oh, trust me,
Yeah.
I intend
We,
to.
we won't go into that story.
I intend to.
For obvious reasons.
Why be careful, Aden?
Very high chance of demonic possession.
Okay, so basically, with spirit boxes and ovuluses and stuff, you're basically talking to what's there. But with a Ouija board,
You are
you're
summoning.
summoning. So anything can come through.
One of my favorite things actually is when the Ouija board actually happens. Watch out, because if you see it move to Z,
What is a Ouija board?
Yeah.
you know where
Yeah.
I'm going. Move to Z, then move to O. Get out.
Or I think MAMA is another one. Yeah, pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Because
Mama.
If they're both, I'm pretty sure Mama and Zozo are the same demon.
I'm not too sure because the guys I watched actually, I forgot what house they were in, but they had a blood board. You guys have done a blood board at least, right?
blood board.
The dude made it, used his hand to dust it. So he literally made himself bleed into the board, and it enhances.
That's some next level.
That's
shit
some next level
right
shit.
there.
But they were using it, and it's like, okay, move to Y. It's going to B. It's going back to Y, and the dude, one of the dudes who's really much into it, he goes, "I'm out," and they're just sitting there why? That's fucking Zozo again. That's the thing. He said again because he
Wow.
played with a Ouija board when he was a teenager and
Yeah.
got Zozo, and then his house was broken into.
Yeah, it's
Bro, that's fucking cool.
yeah, man. It's
I'm
As former and paranormal goers, I mean, we still enjoy the paranormal. We just don't go out about looking for it now.
Yeah.
Although my fucking wife trying to get me to go to cemeteries all the time because I got her into it.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Yeah, I was gonna say Adrian wanted me to shut up whenever I mentioned this shit.
No, it's not shut up. You got to pick your moments. Right now, we're talking about it because it's the moment for it.
Yeah,
But when it comes to everyday activities, you don't just stop in the middle of something and go, "Let's talk about it." No,
yeah, because
it's because me and Aiden don't just sit there one day. We don't sit there in the Discord chatting away with the footy on and then go, "Hey, remember that time we went to this place at AA?" Stop. Because we don't. It's not something you bring up.
His poor cunt's back.
He's had a long day. We'll
Tell
finish.
you what, I love Ireland, but fuck, I won't get these beers again.
Yeah, they're not that good, eh?
I think I can finish that.
Oh, you give him a bit of a plug, mate.
Yeah, it's good beer. Fucking love it. Please sponsor us.
Hauntingly good beer.
Look, it's good for a Halloween special, and it's
Is
good
that
for.
why you bought it? Just because of
Yeah,
the...
damn
Yeah,
straight.
I mean, when you see this on a Halloween special, it's
But
they're committed.
here's one for you. I've actually been on a ghost tour.
Where?
What the fuck?
So I went to Tasmania.
Oh, you went to Port Arthur.
Yeah, Port Arthur.
I forgot Port
No,
Arthur.
but I mean, it was actually at night time. Why are you doing footsies with me, mate? Oh, you're footsies too.
There we go.
Alright, anyway. But yeah, I try to explain a story and you get your foot off
I'm
my leg.
sorry, Trent.
No, you're not.
Different
You're
to-
enjoying yourself.
Look, the point is, we actually did the nighttime tour. At 9, 10 o'clock at night. You know?
Yeah.
And it's actually, this guy was doing this sort of commentary, and he's being not happy, but sort of just real
Serious?
yeah. It's it was freaking, yeah. It was kind of jeez. I mean, but I'm talking about a former prison
Yeah.
of a place that of 1800s where convicts were.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would have been.
One of the best experiences I had with fucking ghost tours was in Scotland and Ireland. That was
Oh,
amazing.
did you do that stuff in Scotland and Ireland?
Damn straight. Dad gave me options. He said, "Where do you want to go for my 50th and your 21st?" I said, "Fucking Ireland and Scotland."
And we'll go to the ghost tour.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And the best part is, I remember you telling me and Jordan about it. We're like, holy fuck.
Yeah, we went to...
Wait, what did you get over there? Water.
Water.
Want some water on you, Adrian?
We got, look,
Compliment your smoke.
we obviously, we learn a lot, but we went to Greyfriar Bobby's cemetery with a tour guide. And that was fucking awesome. We can't remember, I think it's called the Mackenzie Poltergeist. And this is, so you get, they take you into this like old crypt sort of thing. And you get locked in there with the tour guide. And it's pitch black, or it's cave darkness. Anyway, he's telling us, fucking people that get like bruises over them, yeah. And I got Dad out of being skeptical about it. I'll tell you that story in a second. But Dad woke up the next morning with a big tennis ball sized bruise on his forearm. He's freaking out, man. He's like, fuck, like.
That happened.
Yeah.
Tell us. Yeah, tell us.
When
if you
you
can.
What a tennis ball sized bruise.
Massive, huge.
Yeah, and he got
bruise.
it when he went into a crypt with a poltergeist.
Yeah. But the story that got my dad into...
See, this is
you
the
were
sort of stuff
there.
I find hard to.
Was I?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, when we went to Port Curtis State School.
Oh, really?
The shoes.
Why do you go all these
No,
places?
there's this chalk.
The chalk.
So
Wait.
So there's a couple of things. Now we had the spirit box going in one of the classrooms, and Dad heard a kid come through and said Mr. Collins. That's Dad's last name. So Dad freaked out. Dad's like, fuck. Like that's at that point Dad was like, what have you done to it? Like what have you done to the device? Because that said Mr. Collins. Like he was still like, I don't believe you've done it. I don't believe you that's said that. I reckon you guys have fucking mucked around with it to say it. But then we should have fucking left the camera down there. We put the chalk from a table up onto the chalkboard. And then when we came back into that room, that chalk was moved back to the table. There's nobody else in that school.
Wait, what?
Dead ass. Nobody else in that school.
I don't think I was there for that one.
No, I'm sure you were.
No, Jordan was. I didn't get to go to Port Curtis for this. I was working that night, I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
maybe.
What the fuck?
I think it was a Thursday night you
I
went?
thought it was you.
Where
I
is,
don't remember.
Where's Port Curtis?
Yeah, that way.
Towards Rocky. I'll
You
point
go
out-
into Rocky into like fucking the first turn just after the roundabout.
That's right.
Yeah.
That leads to Port Curtis.
It goes over the train track.
Oh, okay.
And
Add that to the list.
Yeah.
another one that we did,
Well, Dad was a teacher there, so he got us access.
yeah. Another one, Aden, that we did, the memorial for the Neocol orphanage.
Fuck,
Yeah,
if I
Neocol is
You'll
fucked.
never get in there.
No, well,
We
especially
fucking tried.
especially since it's
Been
mostly
remade, yeah.
being torn down.
Is it?
It's being turned into an old person.
It's almost completely done.
Have they removed it?
Yeah.
Not the memorial,
No,
but the buildings. Yeah, a lot of them
Really?
are gone.
Oh, fuck.
We have a book in there somewhere about it.
We have a book about
Yeah,
someone who
where's
lived
that?
in Neocol.
Where's that?
Neocol, just outside Graceman.
It's
out that
it's
way.
out,
Oh, is that what I think it is?
Yeah,
The
it's,
one out Westwood way.
it's
Yeah,
out
it's the
Stanwell.
Oh,
it's
I
the
heard about
orphanage,
that. I heard
yeah.
about that. Like some
Well, the thing that we did, so
bad stuff happened.
we picked a night. It wasn't very windy, and we were talking to the kids that we best we can. Of course, you got the usual stuff with spirit box, yada yada. But the thing that got us was we put down a ball, a little ball.
Why are balls?
Yeah.
Just a little rubber bounce ball, and
Yeah.
next thing you know, this thing just without wind and no one
Just
touching
starts
it,
rolling.
and it was already we had made sure it stayed perfectly
Yeah.
still. Then next thing you know, roll,
Rolling back and forth.
and then it rolled off the table.
That's weird.
And we were sitting there like, that's good enough.
That's proof.
Yeah.
I think we left shortly after because we were like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Because fucking, they're like, and you know, people can say, you know, wind, but wind doesn't go fucking straight away from one way to the other. Like, there was no way that was wind.
There was one other spot.
Fucking Trent's it.
There was one other spot. There's two other spots I remember specifically we went to where we got a lot of activity. The one was another alley in Rocky, but it's a bit further up. It's close to the clubs.
Was it you and I that went to that fucking railway museum?
Yes, we went to the Railway Museum and we kept getting shit there.
The chains?
We got chains.
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't.
Chains.
I think that was
Like-
the place we saw something move in the museum.
Like the chains
I think so.
rattling?
Yeah, because you know how it's a tram museum,
Yeah.
and we were outside. You know the one.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. So
The
we
big
were
red
outside
flag.
and we were looking into it, and every so often,
You would just see chains move.
no, we just hear chains moving, and I think they're coming through the spirit box.
Yeah.
Yeah, we weren't hearing it physically; we were hearing it through the box.
So that's
And the
because
other
the
thing,
same thing happens at Execution Rocks actually.
Mhm.
Same thing happens. You would just hear
Now,
chains
Execution
rattle.
Rocks makes more sense,
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
but not the tram museum.
yeah, I was gonna say unless it's like
Yeah,
tram parts moving. You
Don't forget that's where kids got transported to Nearco.
It was.
So you think
Oh
about
my
it.
God.
Well, you think about it. What if they were chained up?
And the other
Those
thing,
chains were dragging on the ground, and that's what we were hearing.
and the other thing about the
Yeah,
tram
but-
museum that we got was every so often we'd look in and
Something.
something was moving, or something had moved, or we would literally turn and see something moving in the act. I'm pretty sure there was only one time that one happened.
That's cool.
But the thing is, it's not in the actual outside part of the museum; it's in the building. And seeing into the building when it's all shut is very difficult because there's a lot of curtains and covers, but there's gaps. So you look in the gap, and
Yeah, so
since you
you-
only see a sliver,
Seeing something move is like, oh shit.
and also you study it because it's pretty well lit there, so you could see everything through the window.
Yeah.
And then if you see something move, that's it.
Yeah.
We went there 5 times, I think. Or
Yeah,
something.
we went because we got a lot of shit there. Like,
I was gonna say I didn't expect the tram museum to be.
yeah,
We only
active.
went to Mount Archer once. I reckon if we'd ever done it again, we might have gotten more, but...
I mean, after hearing a laugh,
witches laughed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like a proper cackle.
was it you and me there, or was it Paige and I at fucking the tram station when this dude came up?
It was all 3 of us.
Was it all 3 of us?
yeah, you never told me this was.
Yeah,
It was just a dude.
Just to, but he was into it.
Oh,
He
okay.
was like fucking. Are you guys using the fucking spirit box?
He was also, you could also kind of tell listening to him, he was on something.
Yeah, but he knew stuff about the tram museum too. Because
Yeah.
remember a while back we got some dude's name John through the fucking
Yep.
thing, and this dude was telling us that there's an old train like conductor or something.
Name.
His name was John, and he killed himself in there when he heard about like, because he used to be responsible for like taking the kids.
Oh,
to
so when he got
Nico,
told what happened,
he killed himself because he felt responsible.
Couldn't deal with it.
Yeah. So yeah, this dude was telling us that, and we just fucking went fuck.
Yeah.
Like that kind of.
So the fact that you got the name and then got told about it is
Yeah,
like,
well-
There's a lot of stuff you can't find out through reading it.
But that's what I mean. Like this dude seemed like he was on fucking something. So he could have been bullshitting, but it's very, very ironic
I mean,
that we get him saying the name John. I know John's quite a common name, but fuck.
I know, but
There's a lot of common names out there that he could have said.
yeah, and the fact that you heard it on Spirit Box first and
Yeah.
then get told
Pretty
about
sure we heard it that night.
And look, I don't know about the chains. I don't know. They were there was definitely chains.
Because we heard it more than fucking once.
It's either chains or it's
Parts
tram
of the
parts
tram.
movement.
Yeah.
Like, either one sounds legit with
But-
the near call aspect. that you
Yeah.
put into it.
Now, with all that being said, we want to just enunciate. We're not full-blown investigators.
Oh, definitely not.
I can't afford it.
We were very enthusiastic about it. And we would go out to try to find it ourselves because we wanted to make a name for ourselves. At one
we
point,
kind of did a little bit.
we kind of did a little bit, but we didn't get to the point where we could like get in anywhere. There was one place we really wanted to get into. It was a house where there'd been a murder in Rockhampton.
Oh, that caught on fire.
Yeah, when we really wanted to get into it before the fire happened.
Fuck, it's weird too. What street's that on?
There's a fire. I'm pretty sure it was near a petrol station.
Has anyone figured it? Oh yeah, I know that one.
Southside,
Yeah.
near Allenstown.
Yeah.
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 Can't remember the street.
And
I got told about for fire.
It looks like it's the only house on the street that looks like fucking. It looks like it's haunted.
And it's also the only house that's old.
And the only
That's
house
really
that had
old
a
and-
murder in it.
Yeah, and we really wanted to get into it, but no matter how much we tried, we could
Yeah.
never get it.
That's
And it was empty for years.
Yeah, and it had like fucking.
how could you not get into it? They just
But we.
We were trying to do it legit and try to get permission,
yeah.
like keys and everything.
Yeah, but like it had like caution fucking tape all
Tape
around the
all-
fucking front of it, and
So wait, was there any proof it was haunted or
not necessarily.
you just wanted
You
to
just
see
got
if
a
you
really weird feeling when you're in front
first
of
first people that found out this place was haunted?
We wanted to.
Yeah.
That would be a good thing.
Another one was we wanted to go stay in the Criterion
it. Yeah,
What's the criteria?
a
hotel.
hotel.
And because it has
Oh,
a
yeah.
haunted room.
Yeah,
Name a hotel that doesn't have
So-
a haunted room.
allegedly the spirit is a young lady that in like the 1930s jumped out of one of the top story rooms because she found out her partner cheated on her, so she killed herself. So that's that one. And apparently it's not only just one room though, she haunts the whole thing. Like there's stories about people sitting down to dinner because it's got like a little fucking
You got a little
bar
diner,
and fucking grill
and
downstairs.
it feels like someone's sitting there with them.
Well, that they said who's the Sheila in like the fucking 1950s fucking get up.
Who?
Like, is it like a fucking? Are you doing like a fucking fancy dress thing tonight? And they're like, what are you talking about?
That's enough.
And yeah, they're like, fucking. There's nobody like that.
That's so. I didn't know we had this much. shit
Oh,
in
bro,
our-
we got so much. In
I say
Rocky.
that every single time we talk about because there's always like a new thing that pops up. I'm like,
Man,
we
you
are.
just literally Google it, bro. Just
I did at school, and it never comes up with stuff. It only comes up with the
hauntings in
aircon.
Rockhampton. There's a few. 5 ghost stories that still haunt Rocky.
Yeah, but
Apparently you can do ghost tours at the Criterion.
how much would that be?
I don't know.
Too much.
Criterion's number 1 on the list. The Walter Reed Cultural Centre. I don't know if that's still going. If it's still up.
I don't know either.
Lakes Creek Hotel.
Lakes Creek.
Lakes Creek. Leichhardt Hotel in Mount Morgan.
Yep.
Delulu Hotel, Banana Shire.
Yep.
So that's like fucking.
God damn.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of
When it comes to the paranormal, though, there's also a lot of things you have to take into consideration of the legitimacy of it.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just believe everything you hear. Like, me and Aiden believe the stuff that we've experienced because we've seen it and heard it and whatnot. But there's other things that we've heard that we've never seen or experienced. And while if we may believe it, there is total reasoning why others won't.
Yeah, I was gonna say like.
Because like everything we've said, you've never seen us go through. You
No.
probably won't believe it.
I mean,
You would, but
I would, but it just like I can't believe that. Like, weird way to phrase it. Really.
Shout out to the gecko.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Gecko.
I think we can probably wrap it up there, eh?
Don't forget to name this fucking, I don't know, Halloween special.
Halloween special
Featuring the
2022. Halloween special 2022.
Howling Gecko.
Feet a gecko.
Fucking was. He was loud. He wanted to be a part
Yeah,
of it.
like this guy's closing out. I'll get my
Yeah,
say.
I'll get more say. He's had more to say than fucking Trent, that's for sure.
Trent's
Trent's
asleep.
gone.
He's out.
He's asleep.
Trent, mate, we're going home. He's done.
He's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, we'll have to wake him up. So
Uh.
that will have to do for us tonight. This one's not as long as the last few, but pretty sure you guys are okay with that. Hearing our voices can get tiring. We get tired of it, and they're our voices.
I mean, hell, one of us got tired of it.
Yeah, one of us did get tired of it. He's out. So that was the Halloween special for 2022 with Aden, Devan, and Trent. It's a shame Jordan couldn't be here for
And the gecko.
and the gecko. It's a shame Jordan couldn't be here for this one, but this is like the last recording we can do before I go in for surgeries. So had to kind of take it. It's going to be a while, like between the recordings again, before we do anything else. But we'll wrap it up there. Again, I want to thank you guys. Thanks definitely, Aden, for coming.
No worries.
Coming up, not down. Up.
Coming up.
And
Tell you what, not sponsored by Bloke in a Bar Beer, but fuck, we've had a few blokes in us tonight, so it's been a good night.
it has been. Thanks to Trent, who's asleep, so thanks, Adrian. You're a good man. And,
Hi, Adrian. Hi. Adrian plays for the Newcastle Knights. He's a good man, Adrian.
Sadly, this is not making fun of Trent. He does say this shit. Thanks to Devan, who lives here.
Devan does live here, I can confirm that.
Fuck you too.
The gecko also lives here, so shout out to the gecko.
He lives
He
everywhere.
probably will till a frog gets him or something.
That went
Unless
grim.
he's a big boy.
Shout out to the aircon that's just kicked in again.
No, that's the aircon turning off.
Yeah.
Turning off.
Yeah, that's
That's expelling all the air and all that shit.
Spellianus, the aircon.
Fairly honest. And thank you all who have listened to this episode. As usual, you can find us at all the social media links down below, as well as the Instagram page. If you ever have an agreement or disagreement, especially with this type of topic, we're okay to talk about this anytime. Just, don't talk about it in public with everyone that you meet, because this is not something a lot of people will talk about publicly.
Sorry, I just have to have a bit of a chill out.
That's
Yeah,
right,
we're
mate.
It just gets a bit.
We're
No, you're
wrapping it
right,
up,
Trent.
big fella.
No, you were out to it like a light for a moment.
Trent, we're wrapping it up like a condom, alright?
Yep, wrapping it up.
Now,
but,
now, Adrian, would you like you to say something nice to him, like
I love you, Adrian.
there you go.
There we go.
about the Newcastle Knights and how he used to play for him?
Well, you used to play in the Newcastle.
No, Aiden. Don't
No,
play
you know, he used to go on with Adrian Graves and Newcastle Knights second hour or something like
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
Anyway, so
put your straps on, mate. Yeah.
Okay.
that. Alright, let's keep wrapping this up, Trent. You shouldn't have woken up, you dickhead.
So yeah, thanks again, fellas. Thanks to all of you at home. Again, check out the Instagram. You can find Aiden at every social media link I always put in the description of anywhere. He's basically everywhere. He's even doing work for his social medias up here, so
Mate, yeah, the grind don't stop.
yeah. And you can find Devan nowhere.
Yep.
You can find Trent nowhere.
2023 Devan's going to have a YouTube channel.
Maybe.
If I afford it. I
You
mean,
can afford it.
I've been thinking about it.
Trust confirmed.
And you can find Jordan at the Instagram for the Opinionated Aussies. You can find me, links down below. And we'll see you all in the next one.
Thank you.
Well, catch us.
I'll go fuck myself.
Exactly, damn right.